Hey everyone, welcome back to another discussion. And in today's episode, we will be talking about 2100. This is actually, a very scary thought in my mind. And yeah, I kinda have been thinking about this for a while. And honestly, it scares me, um in a weird way. It doesn't like just jump scare me and I scream and run away and any ghost that can jump scare me, anything like that. No, it's not anything like that. It's about um the idea of 2100. um 2100 in this case, I mean the year, right? The year 2100 or 2100, I think. That's what people will say, I think. 2101, 2102, 2103, and 2156 and stuff like that. Or they can just speak the long way, like 2101, 2103, 2153, and so on and so on. But I don't know. I don't know what they will say, but the thing about this is, 2100 is actually, if you think about it, it's actually not that long again until we reach 2100 year. Um, the thing about this is, that scares me is the fact that I will not be there when this happens, right? Um, yeah, and it scares me actually because if you think about it, and um, I will never be there when that happens. When the year changed in 2099, and then people just uh, make crowd in big cities, and just watching those fireworks go off. Um, and as they watching the year just turn to 2100, and they are all happy, but the thing is that I will not be here. I will probably already be gone. And yeah, and that scares me because I will miss things that will happen in 2100. And although I personally don't think that we will ever reach 2100, but that's just because I was kind of disappointed that the fact that I will not be there because uh you know human lifespan, right? And I was born in 1996 actually. And 2022, or today, it's I'm still 25 years old. And just 1996 to 2100 is 104 years. That's actually a lot of years to pass. And to this day, not lots of people actually survive for longer than 100 years itself. And here, the in my place at least, the lifespan of people is around 63 years old. And they can extend up to 80 years if they live healthy life. Like for instance, my grandfather passed when he was 84, I believe. And yeah, he was actually healthy person. He was a healthy person, and he was tall. I think he is about 100, more than higher or taller than 180 centimeters. That's actually very tall, or even more. Now that I think about it, he was probably 190 centimeters or so. And yeah, usually when I met tall people, they are like I was like at their shoulder level. But with my grandfather, he was like, I still need to look up even more, just to look at his eyes, basically. And yeah, um, probably, just the physical condition of each human is different, right? And they can survive for longer than 80 years old. But in general, 63 is actually already average number, right? And yeah, and that will be 633 plus, from 96, that will be, what is it, 2060, I guess. Yes, right. And yeah, and by those average events that I will pass somewhere around 2060, hopefully more than that. And it, even if 2060, that's still 40 years old. I mean 40 years before the actual 2100 year actually went there. And yeah, it just scares me, honestly. And the fact that I will never see another century. And a lots of time, like, a lot of will have changed when we reach that point. Like, just take a look at 900 century, I guess, 19th century or so, I'd say. And yeah, there's a lot of going on, right? From the World War One, Two, and the independent days of most countries happen in this century. And yeah, it's just, I would say it's just crazy, how time has passed uh, for 100 years, and a lot of things that has changed up until this point, which is 2022. And yeah, just remember that, right? Like, one of the reason why I made this channel, made this project specifically, just to remember that we will not live long enough. um Not that I am being pessimist, but it's just reality, right? That we will never actually pass through 2100. And it somehow scares me a little bit. Not a little bit, it scares, it's just in my thought about what will happen in 2100. And how is the condition of earth during that time. Will we ever have another war, or not? Or will we live happily ever after, not ever after, or will we live happily until that point? Or what about the climate? Has the climate changed that much? What about the sky? Has the stars constellation has shifted? Or what about the sea level? Is the sea level increasing? And so on and so on. That's just a lot of question to ask, right? About the condition of Earth itself. And then the society. Will there be a new country that's made, that a group of people has declared their own independence? Will there be new island? Will there be islands that are just gone? Or what about the natural disaster, like, for instance, earthquake, volcanic eruption, flood, just forest fire? Do we even have will we even have forests at that point? What about the technology? Will human be, you know most of human job will be replaced by AI? Or we will just live in online for most of the time? And yeah, and so on and so on. It's just a lot of question, right? And the fact that I will never know the question is kinda also adds another scare into it. And yeah, that's just my thought. And but of course, I didn't always feel depressed because of that. Of course not. What matters for me is to live our current year, 2022. at this point, I'm 25 years old right now, and will be turning 26 later on in December. And yeah, I'm just happy basically to being here in the first place. Where everything has been well compared to when if I was born in 19th century or 18th century, if that more matters. Life has gotten easier since then, and I'm just happy for being as it exists right now. Yeah, and you guys should too. Of course, stuff like this can cause a lot of depression, and but if you don't really think about it, it won't matter that much. The thing is that what I would say is live your life. Basically, um, by that I mean just remember that you have time. Your current time is your most valuable resources, and you need to not waste that time, and just living to your fullest. And yeah, just live your happiest days on your lives basically. And yeah, I guess that will be it for today's discussion. I just want to um kind of mention that 2100 is still a long way to go, and yeah, most probably we won't be there when the time comes. But hey, you know it's not always bad to think about this, but also yeah, that's what should motivate you to have to more cherish your time, or to just value your time more than anything else. Remember that you live right now, and that's what matters the most. And remember that you can always have your kids, like children that can actually live in here. You will most certainly not be there, but um, your children or your next generation might be, right. And yeah, and there you go, my battery power is at 15%, and I guess that concludes today's discussion. I'm sorry if this is a little bit too depressed, and yeah, I just want to say stuff in my head basically. I just want to share it with all people, and yeah, the idea that scares me but also motivates me at the same time. Again, I hope you guys enjoy this today's discussion. I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.